Hello everyone, it's Tina Swanson, aka Giddy Girl. This is basically my second video for 2019. Yay! Happy 2019. The first one will be my closet slash guest room makeover, and this is my second one. This is a swap that I did with Scrapdaworld. If you haven't checked out her YouTube channel, you need to go over and do it. The girl is talented. She does everything from cooking to sewing to all sorts of crafty goodness. So she's just kind of a well-rounded craft type person, um, who I kind of think I am too, but not as good as her. So at any rate, I participated in the swap for 2019 January, and it is a 4x16 postcard slash charm swap. And yeah, I haven't done one of her swaps in a while, and I was able to get in on this one, so I was pretty excited. And so, without further ado, let me show you what I made. So this is how mine's going to come packaged when they get mine. Um, it's not really fancy packaging, I get that, but I wanted to make sure it fit in the priority envelope. And I put some shred at the very bottom, and then they get their postcard right up front, and then they're going to get a goodie from me. So let's go ahead and open this up. Again, the postcard was to be 4x6, 4x6 inches. Goodies are optional, but I don't think I've ever participated in a swap where goodies were not included. So I'm not going to go through it so that way it could be a little bit of a surprise when they get it. I will say that they are getting a full 12 by 12 page of cutouts from the paper pad. And the paper pad that I use is an authentic paper pad that I got at Tuesday Morning. It's called Infused, and it's got a bunch of treats, and it's really fun because the paper is kind of a vintagey looking to it. It's kind of distressed, and it's got like a shiny texture to it. And so, unfortunately, with my postcard, they're not going to get a lot of that visible to them, but with the cut aparts, they will. Um, yeah, this one doesn't have the cut aparts, but that's okay. That'll be totally a surprise to them. Um, well, just in case somebody's looking for the paper pad, let me show you what the cut aparts look like. So I went ahead and cut that up for my swap partners. That's the front and the back. So that's going to be, so if you find that paper pad at Tuesday Morning, that's an awesome paper pad. Okay, so here is my postcard with the charm attached to it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and take this apart. So the card has to be sturdy, and so what I did is I stamped the postcard on craft paper, and then I adhered some packaging from some old I don't know, I think it was stamps that I probably have gotten from uh, one of the magazines. So I put that in the middle, so it gave it a nice thickness to it. And then I put some pattern paper from that paper pad on top. It's got sweet treats all in the background. You're not going to get the full effect of it only because most of it's covered up, but that's okay. The idea is there. And then I took some trim. I got some trim from Hobby Lobby that totally coordinated nicely. This is the remainder of the pack, and then here's what's left over. And I like the trim because it's got some sparkles in it. Camera's picking it up, so that's cool. So I did one layer and then I did two layers. One was just not cutting it for me, so I needed to layer up because I just love the pom-poms on the end. Then I attached a white doily, and then this particular item here, a friend of ours from a private Facebook group had showed us a how to do rosettes. I've seen it before, I just never made any, and so that was kind of cool because I threw like 7 or 8 of them together. And this is an old skirt. It was one of my favorite skirts that I had gotten from a boutique. I got a stain on it. It was white, and I'm glad for some reason I thought, you know what, I'm just going to keep it, and I'm glad I did because when I got into junk journaling, I tea stained it and I made that so it looks totally vintage, like the color and everything. And because of the type of material, it frays really nicely. So this rosette is pretty awesome. And then for the cupcake, I used an older stamp set because I've categorized all of my stamps. I was able to flip through and find my sweet treat ones. under the category of food, of course. And I have this old stamp set from close to my heart long ago when I used to be a consultant. And I used this cupcake here and then Hey There cupcake. The cupcake I embossed on white cardstock. And then what I did was is I had stamped the cupcake on another piece of paper, cut out the bottom so I could use that as a template for paper piecing. And I just used that paper pad. So I just cut around it. And so I was able to get this piece here, which I love. And then I use Nuvo glitter drops. And this one's called White Blizzard. And some people have said that this takes forever to dry. I literally just left it on overnight and it dried up pretty quick, so I'm not sure what people are referring to. And maybe it's because this has glitter and so it dried pretty fast. I'm not sure. And so anyways, I used it and I think it gives it a nice effect to it, and it basically kind of makes it a little bit more dimensional. So I love that. And then here, because my stamp was a long stamp, basically what I did was I masked the cupcake part and stamped Hey There. And then when I got ready to do the second line, I masked the Hey There part and just stamped the cupcake. So kind of an old technique. And so there I have a two-layer stamp. And let's see what else. That's basically it. I distressed around the square and just corner round it with one of my corner rounders, decorative corner rounders, and that's basically it. So I think it turned out super cute. And the charm, I found these. Where did I find these? I think I found these at dollar store. Yeah, I found these at dollar store. And it's not the same, it's not silver, and I didn't do the rest of the charm with it, but I love the contrast. I love mixing my metals. Hopefully my recipients like that too. And so what I did was I didn't make a super chunky charm. I made like a fragile one. But at any rate, this is from an old necklace that I had. And so I basically took it apart because I wanted this because I thought this color kind of coordinated really well with it. Not even in frame. There you go. And this was a necklace. So I love recycling my jewelry pieces. This was an old necklace. Okay. And let's see. And the rest of these are just gems and stuff that I bought. Probably either at Michael's or Joann's. And then I used some silver chain. And that's it. So there is, I think you had to have like 6 elements on this. And so I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each one. Okay, if you're into jewelry making and you don't have this tool, I don't know what it's called. This tool is awesome for making loops for your beads. And maybe one of these days I'll actually demonstrate on how to use it. But this makes things go, instead of just actually doing the old technique of looping your beads, this does it. It loops and cuts for you. So it's super awesome. This was definitely money well spent on this. And I think it was maybe, I don't know, maybe 8 to 15 bucks, right around that range. I know it's not more than 15, but this is the best tool that I have ever gotten for jewelry making. And I think my husband is the one that found it. All right, that's it, everybody. That just want to show you my swap in case somebody gets mine and wants to know something specific on it. But there you go. I thought it turned out super cute. I love it. I'm going to use mine in a journal. Yeah, I love it. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. Thanks. Bye.